ago, I ordered, well actually about 6 months ago, I ordered a... Hello, and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Historic Auctions. We've got a video with a slight difference today. Not only am I going to talk you around a lot of these amazing vehicles behind me, that one included, I'm also going to update you on something that has left my garage that most of you won't even know had been added. So, without further waffle then, let's get into it. Let's kick things off with a bang then. This McLaren 722 SLR is up for auction at the next Historic Auctions, which is this weekend. So, limited only 150 units. This is the beefed up, more sporty, more stripped out, more powerful version of the already nuts SLR. Built to commemorate Sterling Moss and his 1955 Mille Miglia race, in which his car was numbered 722. This thing was built by McLaren and Mercedes jointly. So you've got extra carbon, making it more aggressive. You've got more lightweight, stripped out features, including the floor, which is like a racing car. Basically, there are, well, very little carpet over there. This particular variant has only covered 7,000 kilometers. You've got an extensive use of carbon in here. Lots of nice little features, like on there, alerting you to the fact it is a 722. The gearbox has been upgraded with sportier shifts. The suspension has been tweaked. The chassis is stiffer. And all in all, it's been completely reworked. It is not just a badging exercise. This really is the ultimate variant of the SLR. As I say, only 150 of them worldwide. I'm not sure how many have got as low mileage as this, but the estimate on this car is 580 to 625,000 pounds. A lot of money, but then this is an incredible piece of history. And that Mille Miglia Mercedes era of Sterling Moss is undoubtedly one of the coolest eras of Mercedes of all. And as you've seen not so long ago, an SLR 300 has sold for 160 million euros. So people do respect that era of Mercedes. They're after that era of Mercedes, and this really is a car that you need in your collection if you are building a serious one. So that is coming up for auction. And had I got more zeros to my name, I'd have a little flutter, because I would absolutely love one of them. But sadly, ladies and gentlemen, violins out, I'm too poor. Next up here, we have a Ford GT, another car that I'd love to add to the garage, and that is something that potentially may well actually get added at some point. I love the doors on these because you get that cutaway at the top there. The whole door kind of comes and cuts into the body shape there as well. Inside is quite a rudimental affair. It's very industrial in there. We've got that manual gearbox over there, thumping V8 behind your head, and these kind of riveted seats. Not a huge amount going on, but no more than you need. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful stuff. As always, with these videos, you'll see a number in the windscreen in pretty much every car I talk about. This is lot number 208. The Historic Auction website is amazing. Just type in 208 and it'll bring up all the details you need on this car. I think that'll go quite well with the Carrera GT. What do you think? And these aren't crazy money like that is. That's the left-hand drive as well. So this will be relatively sensible money. Well worth a bid, and I think a great bet for the future. They're just so cool. Now, would you take a look at this? This is a Morgan Aero 8 Series 5. It has only covered 104 miles. And anyone that knows anything about Morgan knows you can't just rock up and get them to build you a car overnight. It is a very, very long process. There are barely any of these, and that's absolutely amazing to see this come up for auction. That is absolutely stunning. It looks like a modern day Batman villain's car. Absolutely unbelievable. It's got a 4.8 litre V8 engine in it with 367 brake horsepower and 370 pounds-foot of torque. And I'm just going to show you inside. Of course, it is a right-hand drive. Oh, nice weight on that door. E-type starting up there. Inside here, all hand finished and handmade, as you'd expect from Morgan. I don't know if that's Walmart or what that is, but lovely, lovely interior. Paint to match the exterior. We've got box stitched, kind of creamy sort of brownie carpets and cream quilted seats with matching the exterior stitching there as well. Wonderful. Obviously manual gearbox as well. What an amazing, amazing car. And all this lacquered wood finishing as well. Anyway, the estimate on that is 100 to 130,000 £200. Super, super cool. I love that. Hiding away in the corner over here is a TDF Blue 360. A beautiful thing, but it's made even more beautiful because in here we've got a manual gearbox, ladies and gentlemen. It's only covered 28,000 miles, I believe. That is a stonking buy, and I'm told this is a one-off. There is not another one like this. And you can see the V8 through the Perspex cover there. Unlike a lot of Spyders, the engine bay is not obstructed, and you can still see it in all its glory through there. Pininfarina, naturally aspirated, V8, rear-engined, rear-wheel drive Ferrari, manual gearbox. What more is there to want from a sports car? Worth. Got a Vanquish Ultimate Edition there. Very, very rare car. Not sure how many there were of these. Wonderful. There's actually one of two Vanquishes here. Made famous, this shape, in Die Another Day. James Bond, 4-seater, naturally aspirated V12 goodness. We've got an MG Metro Turbo here, hot hatch gulls, and inside is literally like a brand new car, like it rolled off the showroom. If you're after an MG Turbo, that is probably the best, I would say, in the world, because I don't think there's actually that many of them around, particularly abroad. That's incredible. OG hot hatch status, that. Another car I've spoken about on the full Historics Auctions YouTube page is this, in greater depth. I got into it, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But that is a fully restored car by Rindt, 911T, 1973, in Irish green. Outside, something I had to show you, and actually a car that I picked for my walk around on the Historics YouTube channel, is this 996 Carrera. Now, you might be thinking, TGE, it's the 996 Carrera. Why do I care about that? For a number of reasons you should care about this car. It's the first year of production, highly collectible. Second reason is it's a manual gearbox. The third reason is it's only done 35,000 miles, and it literally presents as brand new. And one of the most important reasons, it's got a factory aero kit. Aero kit on it from factory. You do not see these anywhere. It's also a Porsche Club GB owner's car, so you know it's been fastidiously looked after. It's on the 996 registry. This is a known car and a very well looked after one, and that looks unbelievable. It's got GT3 looks, and the estimate on that car is topping out at £18,000, 1.8. That is a serious piece of kit, and very, very cool. 911 ownership for not much. These will be good news, mark my words. Also out here we've got an eclectic mix, as is always the case with Historics. We've got VX 220, can't remember the last time I saw one of these. I absolutely adored these when they came out, couldn't get insured on them. We've also got a DBS, love these, Casino Royale fame. These are absolutely iconic, they sound amazing, they're absolutely wonderful. And who doesn't like a Mark 1 Golf GTI, the subject of a podcast we've just filmed here that will be out very soon. Who has made the best GTI in history? And this was a strong contender. This was discussed at length, and a couple of the people that I was, and Matthew and James I was doing the podcast with, backed this as the best GTI ever made. I didn't go for this, if I'm honest, but that's very cool, and these are only going to increase in value over the years. Very, very cool kit. Further to my point then, where else would you have a VW Carman gear and police Vauxhall Astra up for auction alongside a tractor? It's all here. Whatever you're after, it is literally here. Now I actually don't know if that's up for auction or whether or not the police have actually just turned up. Presumably that's up for auction. I can't see the lot number on it. It's complete with uniform. If so, we've even got a rally car over here. We've got a 156 GTA. Now a car that I bet none of you predicted me talking about, and actually a car that I didn't even predict seeing today, or ever in fact, is this 2004 MG X-Power SV. One of only 82 examples ever produced, and I suspect a lot lesser than these days in one piece. It's got very low mileage at 5,200 miles, and only one of 2 cars painted in garnet red. This is garnet red. Most of them were in solar red. The SV was actually designed by Peter Stevens, a Royal College of Art designer who is actually responsible for McLaren F1s and was based on the platform of the Avali Mangusta. Prior to the demise of MG Rover, a team had been working on a project to return the company to the forefront of motorsport competition via sports and touring racing, which included production of high-performance road cars. The X-Power SV was planned to be their sort of pinnacle of road-going performance. Making its debut at the 2002 UK Motor Show, the SV boasted a mouth-watering specification including a Ford 4.6 litre V8 power plant with a 5-speed manual gearbox and limited slip diff. So this car was originally sold in May 2004 to a Mr. Gordon Sturdy, who specified a manual car, and he even specified, for an extra £870, these SV seats made by Recaro, and it's got harnesses on as well. You've got all sorts of mod cons like CD changer and whatnot. You've got a free-flowing track exhaust and high downforce rear spoiler as well. And inside, I'll go back inside again, because it even optioned from new infinity speakers on the rear shelf. You've got a little bit of luggage space on there. As I say, it only covered 5,000 miles. Originally an MG demonstrator, this thing is super rare. I remember when this came out, and I remember thinking, God blimey, I never thought I'd actually see one. And here we go. The estimate on this car is actually sub £40,000, and Mr. Gordon Sturdy paid £46,000 for it back in 2004. So actually below list, and way below list if you factor in inflation. Anyway, I actually think they're really cool. The ties to the F1, really cool, and it's got a V8 with a manual gearbox, so what's not to like about that? That is lot number 232. Bit of a history lesson there, but I love these quirky niche cars. Absolutely adore them, and that is what historics are so good at. I don't know how they find things like this. Before then, we get into the final couple of cars that I want to show you. There's over 180 lots here, so make sure you hit the Historics online catalogue to see all the lots available, because I've only covered a snippet on this video and the Historics official video over on their channel, which you must subscribe to. I'm going to get into what I've added to my garage that has since probably going to be gone by the time this video goes out. Not long ago I ordered, well actually about 6 months ago, I ordered a Macan for Ianthe, a Porsche Macan, brand new for Ianthe, because we were having another run at her, passing a test and giving out a car. Many of you remember that I got her a G-Wagon, a G400D, many moons ago. That had to be sold because she did not pass her test. She's since had a problem with her eye, which we covered in our RS6 video, hope you're still following. And she hasn't passed her test yet. So this Macan turned up the other day, surplus to requirements. There's no desperate need for me to have it. So it's gonna go pretty much straight out the door. I probably will take a slight loss on it, potentially get out flat on it, but it's a beautiful car, beautiful specification. It's solid black with a tan interior, air suspension, blah, blah, blah. It's a base Macan because it was Anthe's first car, so I didn't go too wild getting her a GTS or any of that nonsense. It's only about 63,000 for a brand new Macan these days. It's not bad. They've just had another price rise, but Matt at Porsche Centre Bolton has been absolutely amazing. He's fantastic, and if you want a car, make sure you go and talk to him, because he's been wonderful throughout, and it's just a shame that I'm not really going to get any use out of the car, and it's probably going to go straight out the door. They have been offered the car, so it may well go back through Porsche Centre Bolton. We don't know where it's going to end up, but if you are interested in that car, it's probably too late by the time this video goes out. However, that's what I bought, that's what's arrived, and that is what I am now selling. I have, however, just bought a new daily driver, which is the most ridiculous daily driver you've ever seen, and it's definitely not even going to be allowed in some places. It's not going to fit in other places, and actually I'm going to end up hating it because it is an appalling daily driver. That is coming to the channel very, very soon. There's some Ferrari 296 content, and there is also a final drive in my Carrera GT, some very, very sad footage in my Carrera GT coming to the channel, if not already. Two final cars then before I disappear. Clio Williams is up for auction. That is number 140, lot number 140. These are so cool. I remember wanting one of these so badly, and I believe the car guys have got one of these. Original mats, blue dials, Williams on the dash, and with Williams coming back to the fore in F1 now, don't argue with me, they're on an ascension, a rapid ascension. This is a great buy. This is a great buy, very, very cool. And finally, before I disappear, we have a Layer Cake RS6. I've covered this in full in my Historics Auctions official video over on their channel, but that has only got 50,000 miles and it's a screamer. For now then, thank you very much for watching. If you've got a car to consign, make sure you hit up Historics and consign it with them. They're super efficient, they make the whole process super easy, and you can get it into the next auction. And of course, check out the online catalogue. I'll leave all the links below. You type in the lot number and it brings up the car with so much more detail than I've got time to go into. There's over 180 lots here, so if you are interested in anything you've seen or you fancy having a little nose around, hit the link below and get in the mix with Historics, and I will potentially see you on auction day. As always, they've got preview days, so you can come down and check out in the metal all of the cars they've got coming up ahead of the auction. You can even have a little poke around the history file, because they've got a history file section as well with all the paperwork for each car, all organised and beautiful, and somebody will help you all through it. They are really a fantastic bunch, and you've got to come and check them out. For now then, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye now.